The Free Minds Network.
Greetings, family. Greetings. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for having me back on Let's Talk About It 803. I really feel like soon they're going to have to call it Let's Talk About It USA because you're growing, and that's a beautiful thing. I want to thank your audience for their time and for their patience and attention. For them to take a few minutes to listen to what I have to say, it means a great deal to me, and I want to say thank you. I think that we need to get used to elevating the content of our conversations when we talk to our family, when we talk to our friends, and especially when we talk to our children. We need to prepare our children for what's coming. I'm almost 50 years old, and about a year before it happened, maybe even less than a year, more like 9 months before it happened, I had no idea that a black man could be elected president of the United States. I didn't see that coming. I don't think a lot of other people saw that coming. Not in our lifetime. I didn't think that they would shut down the globe. I mean, really shut down the globe in my lifetime because of a germ. Then they came out with a medicine and they told us that we had to take it. This was stuff that I never thought I would see in the United States, but I'm telling you, more change is coming. While all that went on,
listen now, listen.
6.8 million people of Hispanic descent just walked across the border. Now I'm telling you that there is a faction of the government that are welcoming these people. They're telling them to come out one side of their mouth.
We immediately surged to the border. All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. That's who we are. We're a nation that says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, you should come.
And then out the other side of their mouth, they're saying, oh no, the border's not open.
Do not just show up at the border. Stay where you are and apply legally from there.
Do not come. Do not come.
Now, I know most African Americans don't really like to deal with this issue, but I'm telling you, your children and your grandchildren are in grave danger because there's a whole group of people that have a language and they have their culture intact and they're coming here to set up shop. 6.8 million in less than 3 years, not to mention the 11 plus million that was already here.
Legislation to the desk saying he wants to find a pathway for the 11 million undocumented in the United States of America.
Now let me change gears for a second so that I can connect the dots on this. We know how we became African Americans. Our ancestors, not us. They were forcibly kidnapped, forcibly brought here, forcibly made to work with no compensation. This went on through slavery. They had Jim Crow, they had sharecropping. Then we got down to the civil rights movement. Now, Indians and Arabs and Asians have known for a long time that the African American population are not doing what they need to do to make an industry out of supplying themselves. They know that. So they were willing to come into our neighborhoods, set up stores. You see them all the time. They're on every single corner. They're willing to do our nails. They're willing to do whatever it takes to drain us of our economic power. And believe me, we have economic power.
We are 41 million people strong in this country. $1 trillion. That's the power that we have.
Okay? But now you have a people that are coming here in droves with a language and a culture. And while we're running around talking about we're oppressed, riding around in Mercedes and Range Rover with an iPhone, talking about we're oppressed, these people aren't complaining. They are just setting up shop. And if you drive around your city, you know I'm not lying to you. You know that this is happening. Most of us don't want to pay attention to it, but it's happening. And it's going to knock our children and our grandchildren out of their inheritance. And their inheritance is the United States of America and everything that comes along with it. Nobody has to take us serious about them paying for what our ancestors went through as long as we won't do anything for ourselves. As long as we jumping around dancing half naked, calling ourselves niggas and the like, nobody has to take us serious. They can put policies in place where they can give countries like Ukraine $45 billion and offer us nothing. They can bring 6 to 8 million people over here, give them a place to stay, free health care, and a card to shop till they drop and offer us nothing.
We owe them. We owe them.
Let's talk about it.
Now, you can't tell me that with 41 million people united with $1 trillion, we can't get what we need from this government.
Let's do something that's going to change the reality that we live in. Thank you for the time.
The Free Minds Network.